Hello, kids! Today, we'll go back in time to the 20th century in the United States. Are you ready?
Yay!
Then, let's go. Here we are, kids. Welcome to Baltimore, Maryland in the 20th century. This is where our journey starts.
What are we doing here?
To find out about the first Black U.S. Supreme Court Justice, Mr. Thurgood Marshall.
Oh, let's start. Yay!
Question number 1. What is his date of birth? A. July 2nd, 1907. B. January 28th, 1993. C. July 2nd, 1908. D. January 28th, 1991.
I know. He was born on July 2nd, 1908 in Baltimore, Maryland.
That's right. Let me tell you a fact about him. His birth name was Thurgood Marshall.
Thoro. His name is so hard to spell.
Yes, that was the reason he changed it to Thurgood Marshall. He said, by the time I reached the 2nd grade, I got tired of spelling all that out and had shortened it to Thurgood. Question number 2. What career did Thurgood Marshall's parents hope he would pursue? A. Actor. B. Lawyer. C. Singer. D. Dentist. The correct answer is D. His parents wanted him to follow in his brother's footsteps and become a dentist. However, he wanted to be a lawyer. When he was a student, he was very good at arguing and became a star of the debate team.
Little Thurgood was a good student, but he often got into trouble for misbehaving. Did you guys know that he had to memorize the U.S. Constitution in high school as punishment for a prank he had pulled? This well-intended punishment would serve him well in his later legal career.
Agree.
Question number 3. Where did he attend law school? A. Lincoln University. B. Howard University. C. University of Maryland. D. Harvard University. This question is a little bit hard, isn't it? The right answer is Howard University. After graduating from Lincoln University, he applied to the University of Maryland Law School but was denied admission because the school was still segregated at that time. So Marshall attended Howard University Law School, where he graduated first in his class.
Wow! Graduated first? He must have been so smart and hardworking.
Question number 4. What university did he sue to allow black students attend? A. University of Pennsylvania. B. Stanford University. C. University of Florida. D. University of Maryland. One of his first and biggest cases was against the University of Maryland. He took the university to court because they rejected black students. Later, he won the case and the university would have to let African Americans attend the school.
He took a university to court and won. How cool is that?
Question number 5. What civil groups did he become the chief legal counsel main lawyer? A. National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. B. American Civil Liberties Union. C. Legal Defense Fund. D. American Association of Retired Persons. The correct answer is A. National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP. He became the chief legal counsel of the NAACP at the age of 28.
He was young, yet he became the main lawyer. What is that?
Attention, guys. The next question is very, very hard. Try your best.
Yay!
Question number 6. What landmark decision did Thurgood Marshall argue and win in the Supreme Court? A. Dred Scott versus Sanford. B. Plessy versus Ferguson. C. Miranda versus Arizona. D. U.S. versus Nixon. E. Brown versus Board of Education. The correct answer is E. Do you guys know what Brown versus Board of Education is?
No.
It was Marshall's famous case that came in 1954.
That's right. At that time, there were separate schools for black children and white children. It was illegal in many states for black children to attend the same schools as white children. The argument that many states used was one called separate but equal. Marshall argued that separate schools could not be equal. He won the case and all the schools let both white and black children attend. A small story during the argument. Justice Felix Frankfurter asked,
What do you mean by equal?
Mr. Marshall replied,
Equal means getting the same thing at the same time and in the same place.
Question number 7. When was he nominated to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit? A. 1960. B. 1961. C. 1965. D. 1967.
I know. It's B.
Bingo! In 1961, President John Fitzgerald Kennedy nominated him to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, in which he wrote 112 opinions, none of which were overturned on appeal. Question number 8. Who nominated Mr. Thurgood Marshall to the Supreme Court? A. Dwight D. Eisenhower. B. John F. Kennedy. C. Lyndon B. Johnson. D. Richard Nixon. The correct answer is C. In 1967, President Johnson nominated him to the Supreme Court.
I have just talked to the Chief Justice and informed him that I shall send to the Senate this afternoon the nomination of Mr. Thurgood Marshall, Solicitor General, to the position of Associate Justice, Supreme Court, made vacant by the resignation of Justice Tom C. Clark of Texas.
Mr. Marshall commented,
I have a lifetime appointment and I intend to serve it. I expect to die at 110, shot by a jealous husband.
President Johnson later said that Marshall's nomination was
the right thing to do, the right time to do it, the right man, and the right place.
Question number 9. What did most of Thurgood Marshall's speeches address? A. Equality. B. Making sure segregation was still happening. C. Running for Supreme Court Justice. D. His family.
So easy. It's equality.
Good jobs, Matt. Marshall did his best to fight for equality. He eventually earned the nickname Mr. Civil Rights.
While working as a lawyer, he argued 32 cases before the Supreme Court and won 29 of them.
Question number 10. How is Thurgood Marshall honored for his work? A. By a statue. B. By a Medal of Honor. C. By a stamp. D. By a Presidential Medal of Freedom. A hint for you guys, only one is wrong. Can you guess which answer is wrong?
Hey Matt, can you guess?
I only know he is honored by a statue in Baltimore and a stamp.
Yeah, right. And the third right answer is...
I don't know. Can you tell me?
The last answer is by a Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Thurgood Marshall posthumously received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Bill Clinton in 1993. In 1996, his statue in Baltimore was unveiled, and the United States Postal Service issued a commemorative stamp in his honor in 2003. Many buildings, including the Baltimore, Washington Thurgood Marshall Airport, the Thurgood Marshall Law Library at the University of Maryland, the Thurgood Marshall United States Courthouse, the Thurgood Marshall Federal Judiciary Building, schools, roads, and so on, are named or renamed in his honor.
There is a Broadway play, a movie, and a film about him. He was described as the greatest jurist of the 20th century and one of the greatest American public lawyers. Even though he vowed to serve until the age of 110, he died of illness in 1993 at the age of 84. By his death, he was considered a hero, dignified and solemn in manner, but blessed with a sense of humor. Marshall's career was an example of the power and possibility of American democracy.
Let's give a big round of applause to honor Justice Marshall and his legacy. Thank you.
It's time to go back home, kids. Our journey is over.
See you guys later. Goodbye. If you enjoy our video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.